Nathaniel-Bar-Jonah was born David Paul Brown on February 15, 1957, into a troubled family. His mother, Pearl Brown, was a strict, religious woman who reportedly subjected him to harsh discipline. His father, Paul Brown, was largely absent, leaving young David isolated and emotionally starved. By age 7, David's disturbing behavior emerged. He lured a 5-year-old girl into his basement, promising to show her a magic trick with a Ouija board. "It'll be fun," he whispered. Then his hands locked around her throat. His mother interrupted just in time, but instead of seeking psychological help, she brushed it under the rug. No police. No doctors. Just silence. Teenage years, the mask of a predator. By his teens, David had become obsessed with police badges, uniforms, and authority. He stole a security guard's jacket and began impersonating officers, a tactic he would use to lure children. 17-year-old David spotted 9-year-old Mary Patroni walking home alone. "Your mom sent me to pick you up," he lied, grabbing her wrist. Mary screamed, kicking wildly. "Let go." He released her, but he wasn't done. Months later, Massachusetts. Now dressed in a fake police uniform, he approached 8-year-old Richard O'Connor. "You're in trouble, kid. Get in the car." Richard, terrified, obeyed. What followed was a brutal assault so violent the boy lost control of his bladder. Police later found him shaking, traumatized, but alive. This time, David was arrested, but the system failed. Sent to Bridgewater State Hospital, a facility for the criminally insane, David, now calling himself Nathaniel-Bar-Jonah, manipulated psychiatrists. "I'm cured," he insisted. "I just needed help." Despite documented cannibalistic fantasies, including writings about eating children, doctors declared him no longer dangerous in 1991. August 9, 1991. Just weeks after release, Bar-Jonah attacked again. He trapped a 7-year-old boy in a parked car, crushing him under his weight. "You're mine now," he growled. The boy survived, but instead of prison, Bar-Jonah got a sweetheart plea deal. 2 years probation. No sex offender registry. Moved to Montana. The victim's attorney, John Towns, was furious. They just unleashed a monster on another state. Great Falls, Montana, February 6, 1996, 7:34 a.m. The crunch of snow underfoot was the only sound as 10-year-old Zachary Ramsay hurried toward school. His breath curled in the icy air. Then, a shadow. "Hey, kid. You lost." A heavy-set man in a navy jacket stepped into his path. Zachary hesitated. The man's voice was low, almost friendly. But something felt wrong. "My mom says not to talk to strangers," Zachary mumbled, stepping back. The man grinned. "I'm a cop. See." He flashed something shiny, a badge, before gripping Zachary's arm. By afternoon, Zachary's mother, Sarah Ramsay, stood in the police station, her voice breaking. "He never came home. Something took my boy." Worcester, Massachusetts, 1964. 7-year-old David Paul Brown, later Nathaniel-Bar-Jonah, tugged the little girl's hand. "Come see the Ouija board. It talks to ghosts." The basement smelled of damp earth. His fingers tightened around her throat. "David." His mother's scream ripped through the air. The girl gasped, scrambling free. No police were called. No punishment given. May 1974. 17 now, he cornered Mary Patroni, 9, near a playground. "Your mom sent me to pick you up." Mary's eyes widened. "No, she didn't." She shrieked, kicking free as he dragged her toward his car. Great Falls, Montana, 1996. Bar-Jonah settled in quietly. No one checked his past. No one knew. Then, Zachary vanished. But police had no leads. No suspect. Until December 1999, when Bar-Jonah was caught lurking outside an elementary school. Just taking a walk, he lied, clutching pepper spray and a fake badge. Detectives entered his apartment and froze. Jesus Christ. The stench of rot clung to the air. Coded journals lay open. Little boy pot pie, tenderized meat. A list of names. Zachary Ramsay died. And in the garage, 21 bone fragments. A child's remains. Early 2000s. Sarah Ramsay took the stand, her hands shaking. Defense attorneys whispered, Zachary could still be alive. Don't give up hope. Tears streaked her face as she murmured, maybe he's out there. Without her testimony, Bar-Jonah dodged a murder conviction. 130 years in prison for other crimes. April 13, 2008. Bar-Jonah clutched his chest, gasping. Help. Guards found him dead. A heart attack. No confession. No remorse. Only whispers of other missing children, Janice Pocket, 1973, Andrew Amato, 1978, left unanswered. And in a quiet Montana alley, the wind howled where Zachary once stood. Prosecutor Brant Light's words hung in the air. Every failure let this monster walk. And children paid the price. Myths and unanswered questions about Nathaniel Bar-Jonah. The cannibal chef theory, Bar-Jonah's journals contained recipes like little boy pot pie and roasted child. Were these just fantasies, or did he actually cook and consume human flesh? Some investigators believe his ex-wife may have unknowingly eaten his victims after he served her suspicious, mystery meat that made her violently ill. The missing bone mystery, forensic experts found 21 bone fragments in his garage, but they were too degraded for DNA identification. Were these from Zachary Ramsay, or other unknown victims? The Great Falls disappearances, at least 3 other young boys vanished in Montana while Bar-Jonah lived there. Were they his victims too, or just tragic coincidences? The police impersonation network, Bar-Jonah frequently posed as a cop. Did he ever work with real corrupt officers who helped him abduct children? Some missing child cases involved multiple men in fake police uniforms. The satanic cult connection, his journals contained occult symbols, leading to rumors he was part of a dark ritualistic group. Was he acting alone, or were others involved? The Janice Pocket link, 7-year-old Janice vanished in 1973 while chasing a butterfly in Connecticut. Bar-Jonah lived nearby at the time. Did he take her? Her family believes so. The Andrew Amato case, 10-year-old Andrew disappeared in Massachusetts in 1978. Bar-Jonah was active in the area, impersonating police. Was this another of his victims? The government cover-up, why was he released so many times despite clear danger? Some suspect authorities ignored his crimes to avoid scandal. The Montana barbecue murders, neighbors reported seeing Bar-Jonah grilling strange meats in his backyard. Was he burning evidence, or worse, cooking human remains? The lost victims, Bar-Jonah kept a list of children's names, some marked died. How many more victims are out there, buried in cold case files? Nathaniel Bar-Jonah may be dead, but the horrors he left behind still haunt us today. His case forces us to ask, how many more monsters are hiding in plain sight? How many more children could have been saved if the system hadn't failed them? This isn't just true crime history, it's a warning. Predators like Bar-Jonah exploit weaknesses in our laws, our institutions, and even our own trust. Southwest, as we close this chapter, I leave you with this question: in a world where evil wears disguises, how do we protect the innocent before it's too late? Let me know in the comments, what do you think could have stopped Bar-Jonah sooner? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another deep dive into the darkest true crime cases. Until next time, stay safe, and stay aware.